Hello and welcome back. So this is a painting demonstration where I am going to be just experimenting with different colors as far as painting tones on skin. Now, a common misconception that a lot of people have is that you have to get skin color perfect, and in actuality, you don't. Skin color is not something that you have to get perfect. In fact, you can go pretty crazy with the skin color and it's still going to look like a person. Color does not necessarily make something look like something else. The most important part of capturing the realism of something is capturing the most looked at features. For instance, when you are looking at a portrait, some of the most detailed features is the structure of the face first. Second would be the eyes, the mouth, and the nose. And as long as you nail those and you have them looking convincing, then no matter what colors you put down around it, it's still going to look like a person. And if you notice, whenever I painted the lips, I started with a red right out of the tube, and I started mixing in kind of browns and blacks and purples into it to make it dark, and then I started adding in shadows and shading. With the eyes, even though eyes are white, they are rarely ever actually white. In fact, the whites of the eyes are more like a gray or even blues. And whenever you add in darker values like this, it may look strange at first, but once you add in those dark details and add in the contrast around the eyes, then the eyes really start to pop. So you add in grays for the white of the eye, and then when you start adding in the colors into the eye and add in all that contrast, that's when the eyes really come to life. So right now we're adding in the pupils, the details around the cornea of the eye, the retina, and then we're going to add in the shadows underneath the eyelid and part of the eyelashes, and that's going to make these eyes really stand out and pop and make them look more realistic. Now, at this point, I start to experiment with colors and I start to speed this up. Now, if you want to get an actual skin tone is created by using a lot of white, some yellow, a drop of red, and a drop of blue. And that will give you the appropriate skin tone that most people are looking for. However, when you're painting skin, nobody has one solid color of skin. It's just like painting anything else in reality. If you actually look at what you're painting, it's made up of so many different colors. It's made up of so many colors that it honestly doesn't even matter what kind of colors you put down. Now, there is a tip that I want to tell you about painting with colors and painting skin. You never want to put white directly down on the painting surface. Just like I did there where I started off with yellows and I just dumped a bunch of white on top of it. I did that as an example to show you that you don't want to do that. Now you can add in other colors, but the main focus that you want to get when you are painting skin, the colors don't matter. The tones and the shades and the values of those shades matter. Color itself does not matter at all. The idea is, if you change that artwork into black and white, would it still resemble a person? And if the answer is yes, then you have those tones matched perfectly. And the color honestly doesn't matter. And there's so many artists that go with this. Now, like I said, in this artwork, I was just goofing around and I was trying out different color combinations to see what would work, and I eventually muddy it up, but that was the whole point of the artwork. I wanted to muddy up the whole thing so I could see how far I could stretch the colors. This was nothing more than a test, an example, and sometimes in art, that's the best way that you learn. So don't be afraid to just go out and try something. In fact, what I'm about ready to do here, I'm about ready to go in and change this portrait into one of a zombie. It's actually pretty neat. Alright, well that's my 2 cents. I'm going to go ahead and let this play out so you can see me butcher this perfectly reasonable example of a portrait. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.